Hey everyone, Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Today I want to show you how to get rid of old caulking. And the first step, what you want to do is get a razor blade, a carpet knife, or a scraper, and just get rid of the old caulking the best you can. Looks like that was a spacer right there, so I'll have to put that back into it. I couldn't find my scraper, but I did find an X-Acto knife. So that should take care of these tight corners. So this is about a year and a half, maybe 2 years of a lot of use. And caulking sometimes fares better or worse depending on your usage. And then if you try to wipe down these areas every night, it does help make it last a little bit longer. Just wipe it down with a cloth and dry it. And you can take your bleach water, just lightly spray these areas that you dug out. And let it sit there for a few minutes. Okay, we'll let that set for 5-10 minutes, maybe even a half an hour. Then we'll come back with some water, spray it, then clean it up, let it dry. It's been about 10 minutes, so I'll go ahead and soak this up with the dry rag. And then we'll go ahead and spray it with some clean water and let it dry. And if you see any problem areas that are still dark, you can go ahead and dig those out some more and spray them again, just to make sure all that mold is gone. Spray it with some fresh water. And we'll go ahead and dry off all the caulking. Okay, while the shower's drying, I want to show you another spot where you can do some caulking. Now this is the backsplash and a side splash on some cabinetry, and it just separated because of age or whatnot. Just as it settled, it separated a little bit. So you want to go ahead and use the same type of caulking. Now this is white caulking, and you just want to cut the tip at about a 45-degree angle. Now they make different kinds of caulking. Now it could be acrylic, it could be silicone. You just want to make sure it's compatible with what you're doing. Say if you need it water resistant or a watertight seal, just use the appropriate caulking and you'll be fine. So the way to do this, just work it up from the bottom. And don't worry about getting too much on there, because what you're going to use is your finger, and you can press harder or lighter to get, you know, a closer seal. You just want to make sure you get enough on there the first time, so you don't have to go back and add more to it. But even if you do, that's not a big deal either. This stuff's a little bit dry. That's why it's not coming out very well. It's hard to keep those things sealed. Okay, and all you do is just work your way, start from one side, work your way up. And the harder you push, the more it's going to go into it. That's pretty good. You see that section up top that I missed? You can push it back in there either with the tube or get a big glob of it. Just sort of squeeze it in there. push it down. Okay, this is dry already, so I'll go ahead and put that spacer back in there. Now this stuff goes on white, but it dries clear, so it's going to look the same. Okay, I switched to some different caulking. The other stuff I was using, I think, was just too old, too watery. It wasn't going on very well. This stuff seems to be going on really nice. And then sometimes it looks better without putting your finger across it than it does with. So that's an option too. But you still want to get it in to the crevices, so it is a good idea just to push it in there a little bit. Make sure it gets all in the corners and the edges. And then when you get done, just clean up the excess. Let it cure for about 24 to 72 hours, depending on what it says on your label. Here's another typical bathtub caulking job here. As you can see, I got rid of most of the old caulking. So we'll go ahead and smooth it out. Okay, we'll go ahead and let that fully cure. Now around your bathtub is a good place for caulking also. Clean it up the best you can. Now around the toilet is another popular area to caulk around. And once you break the line on the caulking, usually it'll pull out all the way around. So if you just have a trouble spot, you can just take out a chunk of it and then re-caulk that area. You know, if you have a spot that you just want to replace. So this is what I mean. If you can grab a piece of it, most of the time it'll just all come out. And you may just need to cut where it's connected to the toilet bowl. And you can even trim around the base. Just cut around the base. And you just start at one side and work your way around. And just clean up the edge on the floor. And just work your way around. Now if you have a lot of caulking to remove around whatever area you're putting it on, you can use a damp rag or a damp sponge and just wipe it, slowly wipe it, you know, all the way around. You know, that's usually just only if you have a lot to remove. Otherwise you can just use your finger. Now when it comes to caulking the sink, you don't have a big spot in between there, so you can make the bead pretty small and it'll fit in there pretty nicely. Here again, your finger's going to work best to smooth it out. And you can just keep wiping and get the excess out so it looks nice and smooth. This would be the same thing as the sink that goes above your counter. You put the caulking in between the two and just spread it all the way across. And just wipe off the excess with your finger. Well, I hope this has been helpful. This has been Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And good luck on your next home or automotive project.